morning, scrappers, scrapettes, planet lovers, scrapazoids, and everybody else. All right, just trying to bring the other camera up. Okay, there we go. We're going to play a reverse game of what's in the box. I was really very fortunate to have someone come in today with a drop-off. Very, very nice young man. He's really digging scrapping. I probably shared a video with him on it a while ago. You know, he's just really interested in it and learning a lot about it. And the last time he came, he was learning how to sort boards, and I took the time. I sat down, we went through the whole box of boards, and today he came in with 99% of them properly sorted. He did a really good job. I love it because one less trip to the metal yard I gotta make. I'd rather pay him a little bit more and get material in that's already processed. That's my long-term goal. I love e-scrap, and boy am I tired of the mess. So, I don't know if anyone else is on. I know Patrick was talking about going on, and I know Scrapaholic was on this morning. Hi, Carolyn. How are you? So, I thought I'd, take advantage of the fact that this fellow came in today and show you what we got. Why not? Now, he's come and gone. We sorted everything. We weighed him. He's weighed and paid. And, good morning, Vic. Good morning, Jason. So I've been trying really hard to get a load of telecom boards ready to ship. Obviously I'm not going to get them shipped as soon as I had hoped to get a box shipped out today, so it would arrive Monday or Tuesday. They're telling everybody that if you're wherever you are at 3 o'clock today, that's where you will be for the next 24 hours, possibly into Tuesday. We're going to just get a monster of a storm, I guess. Everybody's been in pretty good spirits about it, though. Everybody's out and about and doing what we got to do, and so on and so forth. Guys, don't forget to tap the screen twice and, leave us a like. What it does is it helps the search engine to, let them know that people are checking out our channel and stuff. And I will repost this if I don't go over my hour. I will definitely repost this up for you. All right. And we've sorted these already. These are laptop boards. He got himself a nice ceramic CPU out of there, and I think he's hanging on to those. His interest does lie in refining. I gave him a whole bunch of unprocessed material today. All right, so we got laptop boards. Let's see, some are always better than others. So I don't think that's a laptop. I think this came out of a gaming system and got mixed in. Low-grade peripheral board. Hi, Dave Donahue. How are you? This is a nice board. Now, it's got a nice gold banded BGA. It's got some good flashing. For me, this is a high-grade peripheral board. It's got gold and everything else. But yet, it probably will wind up in with my laptop boards because that's what it came out of. But that's a very good laptop board. I'm going to leave that aside. Something else I found is I completely forgot what it was I was going to say. I've got probably 100. I know I've got 160 pounds of laptops downstairs to be processed, and I was going to sell them outright and bring them to my board buyer last week, but the weather and so on and such didn't make it possible, and now we're in for a big storm, so I won't be doing that. What I did give the gentleman today was I gave him I showed you a box that I was starting. I had capacitors and silver oscillators and stuff like that. And he's at a point that he's really wanting to start to try refining. I've recommended several of our friends, Odin and Friends, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Scrooge McDuckin, and I advised him, and Scrap and Irish, of course. Hi, Nita. So I recommend he really study those and really be sure he knows what he's doing. He does have kids, and, so he's got to be very just safety-wise. Wow. This is what a laptop board is at its best. Look at that. Oh, look at all the gold flashing. This came out of these came out of older laptops, the thicker ones. Oh my God, look at that. That probably, I think I'm going to put that aside. That's going to wind up in one of my resale boxes. That's just too good to throw in with laptop boards. You're just too good to be true. Nita can't take her eyes off of you. Nita, I'm kidding. I hope you know that. So we'll go Telecom low on this. Actually, I take that back. I'm going to go peripheral board on this. See, he didn't necessarily take these off. Sometimes they don't put the EEPROMs on them because the board doesn't require it for operation. I'll clean this off a little bit. I think we're going to go peripheral low grade on that. I could just go in the box over here. I did go yesterday over to my storage bin, and I have all the sort bins are over there. Oh, good, Nita. I'm glad you laughed. I never know if people get my sense of humor. You know me well enough to know I'd never say anything mean. Yes, I was joshing with you. Nita is one of my top buyers. She really is, and she's been happy with every box she's gotten. Did you get the box you ordered the other day? I know we shipped it. Good morning, Dave. So this Broadcom, it's a Broadcom Telecom board. I'm going to go low grade. On a Cisco board, I might lean towards high grade Telecom, but the Broadcom, although I do see gold in here, it's not as good as the Cisco. This has gold pins, but for grading purposes, it's junk. This board is just not good enough to go as a high grade Telecom board. I'm not even quite sure it's good enough to go as a low grade one. It might have to go in with my peripheral highs. There's some nice gold there. And there's always gold in these telephone jacks. There's some good gold flashing. There's maybe one good chip, so I'm gonna go peripheral high grade on that. There's some chips and visible gold flashing. We're gonna look at that. This is gonna go, I'm gonna start a new box of gold finger cards. This is actually, by definition, that's a Telecom board. Absolutely. I think I sold the box of Telecom boards I had up already. If I find it's not sold, I would add this to it. If I find I already sold it, we'll start a new box. I don't remember. Laptop board, again, always make sure you get the batteries off. What you're going to get, these older laptops, you're going to get hard drives, hopefully, and good ceramic chips. Guys, I'm just going to knock the heat down just a little bit. Now, I've been known to nip these off. That's really good gold recovery. You're going to get fantastic gold recovery out of these. But, you know, frankly, it depends where they're getting sold to. But that's for somebody, if I know I'm going to sell the board, I'm not going to take it off, you know what I mean? I had to go turn the heat down a little bit. The kitchen is much better. We've had a new storm door put in, but it's still, that room gets cold. In the living room, right now the sun is coming around. It'll come around two sides of the house, and we'll get nice, sunlight. They've actually got the living room. They were supposed to come and move furniture yesterday, and they didn't. They couldn't. They were going to come Tuesday, and I'm going to tell you that ain't going to happen either. But my goal for today is to move everything and get rid of every box I can without killing myself. So this is very good. I think the battery is what would have hooked onto there. But that's really beautiful gold, guys. Laptop board. Don't underestimate those laptop boards. They're goodies. This is a Cisco. I can tell just from looking at it. That is, wow. This is the coup de grace. This is the money. This is the money right here. That is a high-grade Telecom in every way, shape, and form. There's no dead space. It is loaded with chips, and being a Cisco, it is loaded with gold here. Those of you who watched me the other day watched me struggle with a similar board. I couldn't, there was a power supply board that ran up here. Actually, it would have gone here. and the power supply was here, and I couldn't get the board out of the shell. What I finally figured out, what I had to unscrew 3 screws, lift out the circuit board, and it was holding the board into the shell, and I didn't think it was, but it was. So I unscrewed that and was able to release the board. So I have another board like this. That's a $35 to $40 board, just as scrap. Anybody who lives nearby, if you're in the Connecticut area, you're interested in a board like that, give me a holler and I'll put it aside for you gladly. No ma'am, what? Patient Patent Cell 8952, welcome in. Wow, we got a pretty good number on there. That's amazing. Wow, guys, 160 people watching little old me. Well, that's nice. Well, good morning to all of you too. Usually I'm out to church at this time. I overslept, which I don't know why, but I did. I never even moved till almost 9 o'clock, and I'm up at 6 every morning, but that was a go nowhere. All right, so this one I'm going to put aside. If I still have that box of telecom boards, I'll add that into that. I don't remember if I sold it or not. I got to go look. This is a backplane board. As a matter of fact, all of these gold finger cards that I'm about to show you all came out of this backplane board. This would have been from a custom build tower of some type. I see these a lot with DEC, with digital. I don't know what the brand is on that. I'm going to leave the fuse because you can get brass out of that. And the gold recovery here is amazing, especially with an older board like that. So that is a backplane board. Basically anything I can fit into a priority size box, I'll fit in. This will go into my gaming cards. Now what I do with gaming cards, they sell as gold finger cards, and sometimes, and I do mean sometimes, when I can get them complete, I will leave them complete, because sometimes people who buy those boxes, no, Chris, I send it to, good morning, Thomas. How are you? Haven't seen you in a long time. What are the Cisco boards out of? They are out of Cisco servers and Cisco switches. That big board probably, a matter of fact, it'd probably be on yesterday's video. We lost my track of thought. I did one yesterday. They could come out of either a good size switch or a server. And in this case, I don't know where that one came out of because it was given to me already done, praise the Lord, and pass the ammunition. So a lot of times with these gaming cards, they're sold as scrap. I sell them as scrap. I don't know if they're going to work or not. I have no idea. But what I'll do is I'll box up a whole bunch of them together and I'll resell the box. There are people out there who resell these things, and there are people here in our gold community who just, can I be your gamer girl? What's the price on high-grade PC boards? Off the top of my head, I think Board Sword is at $7.50 a pound. But you know, that may change. And just as an aside, on Friday there was a whole nother shit show with tariffs, and I don't know how that's going. I think that's going to affect the precious metals market this week. I think gold and silver and copper are going to go sky high, and that always affects e-scrap. So the boards that have the cards that have everything on them, if I was to sell this to a Board Sword or SellYourBoards.com or Scrap Your Boards, it would sell as a gold finger card with heatsink and bracket, but I'm going to group those together because, as I said, sometimes people buy the boxes and they're able to fix and resell. The box that I sold the other day was sold for scrap. This one will be, that's out of an Asus. These black boards usually are very good gold recovery, and this may be, it says DTS Connect, and I think this may be complete as it is. I don't think it doesn't have a chip, so I don't think it had a heat sink. It looks like some type of Sound Blaster clone. We'll put that over with our cards that are together. Same with this. Wow, look at the gold on that. Look at that. Old to the golder. Well, It's a beautiful board, guys. Gold recovery, chips. Those of you who are doing gold refining, you're trying to get RAM. RAM is $70 a pound now. $70 a pound. Sold as scrap. So, and I'm going to tell you, it's going to get worse. You're going to see $100. I guarantee, well, I won't guarantee. My prediction is you're going to see $100 a pound for RAM. This current Ramageddon is not going to stay good. Chris, I would refer you over to boardsort.com. It'll help you with grading, and it'll give you an idea what they're paying, although they do pay the best price around. Or definitely check sellyourboards.com. He's here on TikTok and YouTube, and he's awesome. I definitely would check those. High-grade PC boards, that's really a hard thing to answer because there's a lot of different high-grade PC boards. What do you call them? Slot, 7 slot? It's going out of my mind what it is. Those are really high grade. The gold flashed with the big CPU chips, those are higher grade. The iCore are not all that great. Hello, Aw. Sweet D. Reckneck. I see a lot of new people in the chat this morning. Well, the very top of good morning to you and welcome in. My name is Dee. I scrap computers. Started out as a hobby scrapper. Now I have this really cool YouTube channel. We have a lovely gold community here that I really enjoy hanging out with on TikTok. I do resell e-scrap as best I can. It's usually on my profile page. I try to make priority boxes full and make them available to you guys for gold recovery. See, in this case, he took the heat sink off, so I can't resell that as a good gaming card. I have to sell it as a gold finger card. No heat sink, no bracket. Better for the buyer to take that off. If you're going to sell this to a board store to sell your board, you have to take off the heat sink and you have to take off the bracket. I know when my seller came in this morning, he was like, "Oh, I didn't take these off." I said, "Don't worry about it." I said, "These may resell." Now I'm going to resell them to somebody who's going to scrap them or resell them. I have no idea what this is. I have never seen this gaming card. I'm going to reverse search that on Google and see what it is. I'm curious. Hi Joshua, how are you? Got any ESP32 RAM? I don't know. What I've been doing with my RAM is I've been selling it in lots. I used to just put it into pound bags and used to just sell it as is. Now I've got it all grouped in group of 16 because that's about what most people are buying older servers and they need the older RAM to go in it. So the shielded RAM I've got grouped by 8, 16, 4, 2, whatever it actually is. So I've modeled it up that way. I don't think I have any wait a minute, hold on a second. Pro 9, this card? I have no idea what it is. I really don't. I've never seen this card. Is that card? I key that card 1 sec. I have no idea what it is. If if you have some interest in something that goes by, yeah, just DM me. That's not a problem. That happens sometimes on occasion. Now here's another example. This is just going to go as a gold finger card. No bracket, no heatsink. The gentleman took them off. Otherwise, I would put that in the potential resale box. So that's going to go as a gold finger card. I actually think, guys, I might have another box of gold finger cards ready. And the same thing here. He took the heatsink and he took the bracket off. So that has to go as scrap, not as resale. And again, I'm always very clear that I have not tested these. Joshua, thank you so much. Now doing even better. Thanks, guys. That's just so nice. So nice of you guys. You're awesome. Hi, Ray Hayes. How are you? Just saw your name pop by. Yeah, like I said, this is actually late for me to be live. Usually I go to church at 11:30, but I'm so far behind. I'm just zonked. And then we have really bad weather coming in, and I've got to get things ready for that. So because I overslept, somebody was already on, so I didn't go in early with the live thing. Yeah, guys, I think we're going to have a box of gold finger cards, a $99 box. I think we're going to have a nice box ready. I'll put that up for sale after. Hi, Mr. Long. I can't remember what it is either. You know what I'm going to have to do? Nobody seems to be able to identify this card. I'm going to go to Google. I'll take a picture of it and you reverse image search it. I think it's older. That gold well, I'm going to take that back. I don't know what it is. I have never seen this gaming card in all of the computers I've taken apart. Again, though, I have to sell it as a non-tested, non-working unit. Hi, Scrooge McDuckin. How are you? I fell asleep last night. I fell asleep in the middle of your live. Not that you were boring. I was exhausted. I sat down, I turned on your live, and I fell asleep. You put me to sleep, Scrooge. It's all your fault. Matter of fact, the gentleman who just did this drop-off for me, I actually referred him to watch you guys with your gold refining and stuff. He's very interested in silver refining and stuff. In this case, see, he would have got downgraded if he sold this to a yard or something, because that was taken out, and that was taken out. This may not have been. I told him last time, you can't take those off, or I can't give you as much for the board because I can't sell it for as much. But a lot of times the EEPROMs, you're not getting shorted. They just weren't put on by the engineer because the board didn't need that EEPROM to function. In this case, I got to disagree. This was taken out. There's beautiful, I can see it. There's beautiful gold bonding wire in here. There's gold bonding wire here. There's gold in the ceramic chip. This is a fantastic board for gold recovery. To grade that, I wouldn't even grade that as a telecom. I would grade that as a telecom board if I could. Nice gold there in the connectors. That'll be in our... I should have a nice box of gold finger cards ready for you guys this afternoon. Like I said, it'll be up on my profile page. Now, this is just going to go in with my peripheral boards. It doesn't have a lot on it, obviously. I don't think this comes off. I don't think there's much under here because this is blank. So that tells me there's really nothing under here. This is just a low grade board. Even this gold is not of great quality. Still gold, but I mean, it's not like, you know, oh, why that board? Because of all it's gold. Nope. But these all came out of this backplane board. All of these cards came in. That's what a backplane board does. Something gold into something gold. That's why backplane boards make for uber cool gold recovery. Yummy gold. Who has a soothing voice? Oh, Scrooge. Scrooge is hilarious. Scrooge makes me laugh. Now here's another. Now this also came out. Remember what I said is sometimes each board is designed differently? And that's true here. This came out of the same piece of equipment. That's a much better board. That I can go peripheral high grade on. You've got circuits, you've got this, and you've got great chips here, and just enough gold to warrant high grade peripheral. Same thing with this one. This one I'm going to put in with low grade because there's nothing here, and I see there's nothing here. So high grade, low grade, high grade, number one, number two. Which one can you see better of? Don't trust that test either. I just got 2 new pairs of glasses. I can't freaking see anything. I would say I got a pretty good delivery this morning, guys. Huh? So, high grade peripheral. I mean, these could also probably be sold as gold finger cards. The price difference is not all that substantial. That has some good silver. These have good silver recovery on them. A lot of silver recovery here, silver recovery here, and of course gold bonding wire here. So they're not too bad for gold recovery. They're not good enough for me to put into my boxes. When I sell boxes to you guys, I sell the highest grade stuff I have. The rest of it goes to a board buyer. Again, just gold finger cards. These were, you got mail. Phone wires. Getting a nice pile, guys. Definitely going to be a box of gold finger cards in the available later on. That's awesome. Hi, I'm new. How do you get all the parts? Well, I advertise on Facebook Marketplace that I buy boards. My claim to fame is that I run a band instrument rental business, so the schools know me, and they're glad to give me the computers because they know I'm going to destroy them. This channel is a huge box. Thank you, Scrooge. So do you. Oh, that box, who opened the Proud box the other day? Was it Montana? That was a great box too. Those of us who resell to the home gamers, we know what we're doing and we know what we're putting in our boxes. You'll get plenty of value out of either our boxes or Scrooge McDuckins and Proud's boxes. I think Obi-Wan Kenobi does boxes as well. This is what we do. We go through this, we find stuff that we can afford to ship, and we ship it to you. You know, so that you can do this. Hey, cheers! All my fans get to celebrate. Good morning, Patrick. How's the weather? Are you going to get that printer done today? Yeah, you know, these are okay. You know, they all came out of that backplane board. That's why they all kind of look alike. And in this case, this gentleman found me here on TikTok, and he emailed me, and it turned out that we were local. He saw my ad on Facebook Marketplace. These all came out of the same thing. And again, these are all going to be in peripheral boards. They're okay. That one will be peripheral high because of the extra chips. Oh, look at this. Look at the gold here. You get this thing off. Beautiful gold there. Very nice. That's not brass, that's gold. So yeah, those are good. Maybe I'll just put a box of low-grade peripheral boards with just those up. I don't know. You know, they have to be just right to go into the boxes. If there's something that you're going to have to struggle with and not get a lot of value, it's not going to be in our box. And a refiner's just going to throw this into a shredder and get the precious metals out. Now, this is very plasticky feeling. It's very transparent. You know, it's a shitty board. That's its category. Shit board. How's that, Scrooge? I can go in a pile of shit boards. So again, we got a lot of those. I got a bunch, I don't know if you guys remember, just before Christmas. That's a good pile of peripheral boards, boy. I'll tell you that. That's going to be ready to be weighed and sent out to the board buyer. He told me what he got these out of, and I forgot. Oh, point-of-sale machines. He got these out of point-of-sale machines. AKA POS. So they're not that old. I'm going to bring this up a little bit. I think my tripod is on its way out. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe these are the ones he got out of the POS machines. POS is point of sale, guys. Not bad. Peripheral low-grade board, there's really nothing of great value. There is gold flashing, but there aren't that many chips. That's why a buyer would put that at peripheral low. I would put it at peripheral low. But there is nice gold flashing. Definitely something I could mix into one of the boxes because there's gold flashing on it. We got us a mitt full of those. Yeah, he did a really good job sorting this time. And he had his 2 kids with him. Oh my God, they're so cute. The wireless LAN card, you usually find these in an older computer. That's gold plated. Something that could be taken off for gold recovery. That's going to be in with the gold finger cards. Now, it's not all computer motherboards are good for gold recovery. I've got to clean this up a little bit. This is probably a P4. I don't think it's a socket 7. I think this is a P4. Small plastic socket motherboard. This all has to be taken off. There's very good gold refining in here. I think this is going to be too big for the priority box. I'm probably going to wind up selling that to a board buyer. It has the gold banded BGA on it. And LOL, now she's talking. What am I talking about? What did I say, Josh? I missed something go by, I think. What, the POS board? God, you guys are hilarious. I'll tell you, last night's live was awesome. That's why I really like our gold community. We just have we have such a good time. We really do. And everybody's respectful, everybody's funny, everybody adds knowledge to this. Now, some people would say put that in with Goldfinger cards. It's not a Goldfinger card, that's a motherboard. And again, it's probably a P4. You got a nice ceramic chip out of here. And then and there'll be a nice chip under here. I've got to get that off and maybe clean this up a little bit, but that's a great board. This is a good board for gold recovery. A lot of gold here. The older boards, like 1990-ish, really good gold recovery. Probably it's got a lot of crap on it, so You know, it's got to be cleaned up maybe just a little bit. Here's your typical standard. See the candy cane arm? These came before the iCore boards, and they had better chips. So we just call this is just a metal socket motherboard, nothing creative. It's the candy cane arm that differentiates between this and the iCore. A lot better gold, a lot better chips. The iCore boards won't have this. They'll just have a flip chip like this. That's the big differentiation. And I've discussed this with several of my board buyers, where somewhere in transition, it'll have an iCore arm and an iCore plate, but it's not an iCore board. And they'll say, no, it's an iCore board. They'll say, no, it's not. It's got this on it. So, you know, respectfully, politely, you know. You don't got to be a dish rag about it, you know. Most of my board buyers are really good guys, so, you know. Here's an iCore board. It's got the arm, got the bent arm. If you can get the chip out of here, and they give you the, you know, you get the whole computer, that could be where the money is. I've got an i710 something or other. I actually am going to take Obi-Wan Kenobi's advice. My first car was a snot green Mercury Comet. My father thought it was the coolest car in the world. It had been his, and I gratefully appreciated his gift. And he just thought he was Joe Stud in that car. It was funny. Mother was glad when he gave it to me. Mercury Comet, and that would have been probably around 1978. Uh-oh, the snow is coming. We're due for about 18 to 20 inches. I'm really glad that this came in because I'll be able to get a couple of resale boxes up today. That'll be great. Just watch my profile page, guys. It'll be on there. Maybe I'll have time today to get the TikTok shop set up. I'd really like to do that. And, but yeah. So not a great board. They're only paying $2.50 a pound for these right now. Light dusting, 18 to 20. Joshua, where do you live? Up by Scrooge? Up in the Michigan Lakes there? Don't forget the pinless, they hold gold too. Yes, the pinless CPUs do indeed hold gold. Absolutely. I have a bunch of those. I sell those by the pound too. Yeah, you know, I resell what I can because it's getting really hard to get e-scrap, guys. Getting harder and harder. And if you don't have a supplier, you don't have a place to go get computers and whatever, it's going to get tough. So again, this is another iCore board. This would have been probably more transitional, and the iCore has a rectangle like this, but this has got a lot better gold on it than this. It's got more slots. Got more slots here. It's got, I can see better gold. I can see the glinty gold here. So they kind of transition. This is newer, this is a little bit older. They're going to give you iCore for it, even though I almost guarantee this took a Duo or a Core CPU, pinless CPU. Wow, this is getting better and better. It's almost like Christmas. And this is where our Christmas tree goes. It's Christmas in the Villa House. I live in Iowa. You know, I think we got spoiled. Connecticut. Wow. 10 cents a pound for the iCore boards? Yes, Henry, you are being ripped off. BoardSort will pay you $2.50, and I believe Zach at Sell Your Boards will pay very close to that. Zach is here on TikTok, sellyourboards.com, and he's a good guy. He really is. He's funny as his. Edward Socket Hands, I can see the movie now. His scissor hands. Who won the duck race last night? I fell asleep. Okay, more of those peripheral boards. I started to say before and I got sidetracked because I answered a question. How dare I answer a question? I may just put all of these into a box. I have to decide if I think they're box worthy or not. I'll let you know on that. If I think they're box worthy and you can get enough recovery out of these, I'll box them up later. Oh, it's this evening. So I didn't miss sleepover or anything. Okay. Guys, check out Scrooge's Duck Race. It's hilarious. What time you going on, buddy? 6 o'clock, is it? It's a fun way to spend a Sunday night. This came out of Nintendo Wii. That is a peripheral high-grade board. That's pretty. But it's only going to grade as a peripheral high-grade board. Peripheral high-grade. It's got a good chip under here. This is junk. There's no gold in there, and it has gold flashing. That would be peripheral. Okay, guys, what's your opinion on this one? I know what it is. What do you think it is? Take a look. We got chips. 5 Central, 6 D time. Yeah, D is in on Connecticut, yes. D time. I'm retired. I don't keep time anymore, Scrooge. What do you guys think this one might be? Where would you grade this if you were grading this board? Come on, I want to see who's paying attention. The school teacher is interested. I want to see if I'm doing a good job teaching you. Flipping houses. I feel like I just flipped this house. I bought it, it got flooded, and I've rehabilitated the whole thing. It's now worth about $100,000 more. But needed to be done. All right, so this is a peripheral high-grade board. Why? Because it's got a beautiful gold-bearing BGA. Okay, bold gold array. There's gold. There's gold in these guys. These are one of your best things for gold recovery. You got, you'll have to use a little bit of heat and get it off. You've got your gold bonding wires here. I'm not sure what this is. That's interesting. I bet you that's got gold in it. This little fella right here. I see these on laptops every once in a while. I must reverse image search that one. And lots of good chips on the back. Gold here, nice peripheral card. Gold finger card. This was nice. See, he did have these all sorted when he came in, so we were able to get him weighed and paid pretty quickly. What I'm doing right now is I go through the boxes. I'm sorting things that I can possibly resale. This is just a low-grade peripheral board. Nothing extravagant. I just go in with my low-grade boards. A lot of these things are so close it doesn't matter. See, this has got a lot of junk on it. I have to take this off. Or just put it in with low-grade boards. There's a lot of junk on it. Even though there's some good chips, this probably came out of a DVD, but definitely something audio, maybe a DVD player or something, or some such thing. Good chips here, though. Not bad. Not bad. Over there with your friends. Holy Toledo. That bought me a lot of boards. Candy cane, candy cane. So a small metal socket motherboard. There's the chip that differentiates it between that and the iCore boards. My point being is a lot of iCore boards got caught in transition, and they have this arm even though they have the BGA chip. Now this one did not get caught in transition. This is an iCore board all day long. See by the arm, and there is no gold banded BGA, so there's very little value here. What's your most expensive board? High grade Telecom. Right there. $12.50 a pound right now, if I recall correctly. That's a heavy board, too. I'm actually in the process of trying to get a bunch of those together. I really wanted to get a bunch of boards out today, and I didn't quite make it. There's a high grade peripheral board. Some kind of daughter card was on top of something. You can see that it connected here to some type of motherboard. Oh. I forgot how much I hate sorting boards. I usually, here's something you can get silver out of, and I'm not going to do it because well, actually I take that back. This is going to go to the board buyer. We'll take that out. There'll be a little silver contact in there anytime. No, the candy cane is better than the wonky arm. Here's candy cane. Here's wonky arm, Scrooge. Look at the chips. I don't give a chip. Candy cane will have a gold banded BGA. Candy cane is older. Candy cane is from mid 90s. Better gold, better gold, better gold, gold, and a BGA chip. iCore is newer, no BGA, and fewer slots and crappier gold. Wait, quit. Silver's too much to scrap that. You're right. But what I do is I try to sell things to people who do silver refining and stuff. I don't do it. I don't want to. I am thinking about silver refining. I'm looking at it. I'm studying it. The back burner is rolling. So this is an iCore, no BGA chip, just this crappy ass flip chip. This is an integrated, probably came out of a laptop. I think it's an integrated motherboard though. Integrated motherboards won't have a removable CPU. I could see a slot where there was RAM. I don't think this is a laptop, but I'm not sure. This could have been off a small form computer, like just a little computer that's yay by yay. They use them to power servers sometimes. No, I'm going to put that in with integrated motherboards. That's, if I was a nipper, that would be one I'd nip. I'd nip these two, absolutely. And I can see really good gold right there. Over there in the box with your friends. This came out of some kind of telecom, but it's a very low telecom. This probably came out of an Aranet. They're made by Cisco. They're about yay by yay, and they do yield a telecom board and a peripheral board. I've got 100 outside in the yard I'm going to scrap. But that's just a peripheral low-grade board. I sort these as I go along. No, the CPU is actually mounted to the board, Shermanator. Now this is a laptop board. I could tell because there's good gold here where the battery would have gone. There's a wireless card. There's a ceramic CPU. Don't discount those laptops, guys. The old laptops are really good for gold recovery. Look at that gold banded BGA. Now this is one I probably will put in a box. My only concern is there's a lot of dead space there. So I don't know. Maybe I won't box that one. I think I'll sell this one off to the board buyer. There's not, if there was something here and it had value to you guys, yeah, I would, but there's just not enough. I'm taking that. It's just getting down to the bottom of the barrel. You guys who are doing silver recovery, you're going to want to take these. This looks like a solid straight hard drive board to me. I don't know what it came out of. It definitely looks like a hard drive board. But these are usually not on hard drive boards. It's got a telephone jack. I don't know. You can go over there with the high-grade peripheral boards. Good place for it. Almost done, guys. I'm going to probably run right to my hour, huh? Yeah, some of the Apple ones, too. Absolutely. The Apples all have integrated. Well, I shouldn't say that. A lot of the newer Apples have integrated motherboards. I got a potload of... all-in-ones upstairs to do, too. Sometimes you'll find an iCore. I was watching Scrappin' Irish do one the other day, and he found an iCore board in it. An iCore 7 chip. Okay, candy cane, iCore board, low grade. These probably came out of like a Dell Optiplex. They're really small, thin computers. And, yeah, but this fella, he has a contact at the transfer station, and the guy pulls all the computers for him. So he strips them and then sells me the boards, and then I sell them up. These poor boards have been through 3 lines of travel already. Nice gold here. It's probably some kind of laptop board. Toshiba. Yeah, that's most likely a laptop board. That's a nice board, by the way. That's one I would put into a box, I think, except this is junky and that's junky. Yeah. Nah, it's not box worthy. It ain't box worthy. It ain't good enough for my peeps. Okay, these came out of the POS machines. POS boards from POS machines. Haha. These darker boards tend to be better for gold recovery. And we have reached the bottom of the barrel. With an iCore board, no less. Oh, how poetic. Isn't that poetic, guys? Yeah, I believe it, Shermanator. I have several upstairs. They actually work, but I think with all this RAM crap going on, now he missed this. This is gold. I'll take that off. With all this garbage going, oh, this is nice. A lot of nice gold here. Is there a brand on this? Made in China. Popcorn. Popcorn board. I like mine with butter. Or gold. I forgot what I was saying. That's okay. Anyway, I think that's going to wrap it up for Old Scrappy D today. I will put a couple of boxes up later. They'll be on the profile page. I do want to go through these. I don't, you know, if it's like something like this will be in the box, something like this would be in the box, something like this would not be in the box. So that's what we'll do. We'll take a look-see and see if I've got enough to get a couple boxes up for you. Which one, Bruno? A lot of them do. I didn't see a whole heck of a lot in the way of crystal oscillators. I didn't see any on those. And on my video last night, I did point some of those out on some of the boards we did last night together. And so on and so forth. Anyway, so yeah, there's a... You know, any of these boards that are pre-2020, you're going to find halfway decent gold refining. You know, these are okay. I'm going to take these chips off to see what's under them. There is gold flashing, so there might be something decent underneath at a point to determine. But yeah, now we're going to have a couple of boxes up later on, guys. I think so. Have a good day. Be well. Anybody who's bracing for the storm, they're saying wherever you are today at 3 o'clock, you're going to be stuck there for the next 48 hours. I think I should go to the casino. All right, everybody. Yeah, Patrick, it was a really, really good delivery. I took the time, like I said, to work with the gentleman last time he was here, and yeah, no, it was great. He came in, he had these all sorted. A couple that he wasn't sure about. He didn't have anything depopulated. He did a really good job. He walked out with a very nice paycheck, and I'll make a little bit. He'll make a little bit. What I've been trying to tell you while video, and I keep getting distracted, if you guys remember those beautiful telecom boards that came in from the Allen organs right before Christmas, light them up, guys. This is fun. Wow, we had 150 people in the house at one point. Wow. It was a good day, guys. Nice to meet you all. A lot of new people in. That was awesome. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. If you're interested in computer scrapping, that's basically what I do. I own thecomputerscrapper.com. I am an at-home computer scrapper who's having a ball on TikTok. I love it. I love my gold family. We got a nice group here. If you want to subscribe, we have a wonderful group of people here. Very respectful. We're all polite. We have a good time hanging out together on each other's channel, and it's a good place to be. But I got a phone call last night from the gentleman who sold me those 300 telecom boards at Christmas. He's got 300 more. Let's hope they're as good as those were. I will keep you advised as soon as we get those in. All right, guys. Have a good day. Don't forget to check out Scrappin' Irish and Shark Scrapper, 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock Eastern. And anybody else going live today, put a shout out for yourself in here. Patrick, I know you said you were going to try to do that printer. I'll give you about 30 seconds before I cut the video out. Just let me know anybody going live later and you want to let everybody know about it. And guys, don't forget, when you see your favorite live content creators come on, share it out. Let people know that they're on. It helps the channel a lot. Like buttons help the channel a lot. It helps the search engine so people know you exist. That's true, because I was out of commission for about a month dealing with the house and stuff. It's taken me till about now to rebuild my channel. After I went down really fast. It was really hard, but thanks to my TikTok community, we've got a rebuild. All right, everybody, take care. God in heaven bless everybody. Oh, it's raining. I'll trade you. I'll take rain for snow. It rains a lot in Ireland. Almost every day I was there, it rained. My mother and I headed for the beach one day, and no sooner did we get there and it's rain. But that's why they call it the Emerald Isle, right? The grass is green. The most beautiful green grass you'll ever see is in Ireland. All right, everybody. God bless. Stay wonderful. Thank you so much for the gift of your time. It was fun hanging out with you. And catch you soon. Bye-bye. Catch you soon. Bye-bye.